had $300 in my account.
Your name?
To my name, yes. And when I told Malcolm, I said, Malcolm, I want to run for the presidency of Nigeria. He said, we can do it. I went and told a lawyer in Nigeria, who's been my lawyer for a long time, he said, are you crazy? If you can show me 5 billion naira, then we can talk about becoming the president of Nigeria. In fact, if you show me 5 billion naira, I will still advise you to go for governorship. And as I'm speaking to you today, we have not raised up to $300,000, and we're already an item on every agenda in Nigeria. And the other political parties that are known as the behemoths, particularly the APC and the PDP, they are going to become item 7 on our agenda. Have you guys heard about item 7 before? We are going to use them for dinner.
We eat them like chicken.
That's what they are.
We eat them like chicken.
That's what is going to happen to those political parties. We have traversed Nigeria. We have also traveled around the world. Any ambition that takes you to Australia from Nigeria is not a joke. I traveled in Australia to 4 cities, and everybody is very, very convinced that not only can we pull this, but we can pull a generational offset. You know, not only winning the election, but in putting Nigeria on the path of progress that everybody has always said is impossible. And we're just very young people. We have always been like this. We've always believed that Nigeria could be better. And we've always done what is right by the country. That is why Nigeria cannot afford to keep rewarding the people who have always done wrong by Nigeria. With social and political promotion again. Look at the people that we are up against. What have they done in their lives for Nigeria? I said this somewhere and I'm going to repeat it here today. If Nigeria were to be a proper country, if Nigeria were to be an ethical country, a Buhari would be in jail for treason, having overthrown a democratically elected government in 1983. In fact, he won't be in jail, you probably would have faced a bullet time. Because treason in Nigeria is a capital offense. If Nigeria were to be an ethical country, and Atiku will also be in jail, maybe by now we'll be considering parole for him. Considering how much he stole. Not only did he steal in Nigeria, they came and started stealing right here in Maryland. There's a neighborhood they call Potomac. In Maryland, Atiku received over $40 million in bribes in Potomac. When I started Sahara Reporters, Atiku's place in Potomac was one of the areas that I focused on. The house he bought for about $2 million, where he used to spend every weekend almost. And what were they doing then? They were collecting dollars, both the ones that are wired to them through Western Union, through World Remit, and when they cannot transmit them electronically, they physically collect them and put them in freezers right here in Maryland. That is the person that is expected to become the president of Nigeria next year again. But we are saying this will not happen to us again. Yeah. So tonight is not for any long speeches. We have, as a matter of fact, passed the stage of giving speeches. We have walked into the era of taking action. And the most important action right now, we are in 2 folds. For those of you who are seated here today. One, whatever you can do to support us with your money, please do so. But most importantly, whatever you can do to call our people at home. don't forget to do it on a daily basis. A lot of our people, like Jerry Rawlings told me in Ghana, are still in love with their oppressors. And we need to wake them up. A lot of our people are still very complacent. We are the ones who said when we started that we will never go to the Obasanjos of this world to go and seek any political blessing, because our blessing is not in his living room. I am telling you, by today, or was it yesterday, Obasanjo is now saying that he's not even sure who he's campaigning for again, after endorsing Atiku. Because they are seeing the signs. Action. They are seeing the signs all over the place. They are even sending messages to us that I should please come and see them. And I said, I don't have time to go to them. If they want to vote, they only have one vote. They can vote for us on election day. But I don't need to go to your house. The places we need to go to are the places we are going to. Places like Daura, Buhari's hometown. We rode into the place. Nobody ever thought that a presidential candidate opposed to Buhari can go to his hometown. We went there at 8 p.m. Well, guess what? The place is in darkness. In real darkness. And the young people there are saying, look, we want the man to return back to us because it's useless. They're telling us Buhari is finished. And they are no longer saying say bye-bye anymore. They now say bye-bye. Yes. This is what happened to Nigeria in the last 9 months. And this did not happen without your support. This hasn't happened without those of you who are donating to us on GoFundMe. As I'm standing in front of you today, on GoFundMe, we've raised over $105,000. GoFundMe. No one has ever raised that much money transparently in Nigeria before. We also have a bank account in Nigeria. And when the people in Nigeria heard that people in diaspora are making donations, they got upset. They have also donated more money in local currency than what we got from GoFundMe. So we've gotten over 40 million naira from Nigerians with local bank accounts transferred to us. And what is important about this is that people are owning the struggle. They are investing in their future. You know Nigeria, people don't give to political causes, they collect from politicians. But in our case, as I'm speaking now, by the time I drop this microphone, some other donations will have come in. Because they are engaging and interacting with everything they have. And they are telling the godfathers that we shall create a godfather cemetery in Nigeria through this political movement. So that we can point to their dead bodies that this is the political movement and party that came and put an end to godfatherism within Nigeria's political system. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm here not to give speech, I'm here to give appreciation to all of you. I'm here to appreciate you for spending your Sunday night with us. This is perhaps the most religious thing to do this Sunday, because our country is in need of salvation. There's no question about it. And as it happened, salvation has not been coming to our country from the usual places. So it has to come from the unusual places. The same way Jesus came from an unusual person, an unusual family. I have become a little bit more spiritual at this stage. To the point that even pastors are giving me the opportunity to use their pulpits to preach. And last Sunday, I shocked the religious community in Nigeria by telling them, I said, Jesus Christ He's not a Christian. They wouldn't believe it. They thought he was a Christian. It was after he left that people started practicing Christianity. But I told them, don't vote for a Christian, vote for a Christ-like person, a righteous man. So, we don't need to tell you that we covered all our bases. And we're doing so well, way better than we can. To the point that before I came here, the journalists in Nigeria, the journalists don't really like us too much because we are not doing what they call communique. You don't give anything like that. And I tell them, I am a journalist myself. I cannot be giving money to journalists. I'll report myself instead. And that's how far we go. But the journalists told me that they have been commissioning them to do polls internally and to find out where their problem is going to come from. And their poll revealed that the problem of APC will not come from PDP. The problem of PDP will not come from APC. It will come from AAC.
Yes!
So now their dilemma is how to do a debate between AAC, PDP, and APC. They don't know how to present whether Buhari or Jubril from Sudan. Because whichever one they bring, is over. Because that's why I'm not part of the people who is worried about whether Buhari is an impostor or not. Whether it's Jubril from Sudan or Buhari from Daura is Suya. So that is their worry as we speak. They found out that all the political parties, there are 91 political parties in Nigeria, that the only party that is going to give them a run for their money is AAC. And you must all congratulate yourselves for creating such a powerful political party and movement within such a short time. And on our way here in the car, we were joking that after the election, maybe Buhari will just get to a point and say, I cannot afford to hand over to APC, PDP. Let me just hand over to the AAC guys. Let them jail all of us. These guys have no loyalty. They don't belong to anybody. So on a serious note, we're here to make it light tonight. I know you guys have a lot of questions for us. Two people already told me, Yoruba is Orowa. And when Yoruba people tell you Orowa, that's pregnant. But the important thing is for us to keep engaging, not only with the questions that we have, but also to start providing answers to some of those questions ourselves. The reason I say so is that the moment we win the election, we are going to keep all of you busy. We will need you. That's why we have been collecting information from people in diaspora. We're going to need you to start heading back home. Because the country is going to need your help. Almost as soon as the swearing in is done, we will empty the DMV area, into Abuja, Lagos, everywhere. There's a lot of work to be done. For those of you who are doctors, engineers, anything you know how to do, any skill that you have been able to get since you get here, we're going to need it. So, start getting ready. Just as you have questions for me, I'm going to have plenty of questions for you when you come for the interview at work. So, you better be nice to me tonight, so that when it's my turn, I can be a little nice to you as well. Because we will interview and interrogate every one of you who will be coming back home. Well, let me just say great thanks to the organizers of tonight's fundraiser. I thank you so much. And I cannot thank our team members, the leadership of AAC and the Take It Back movement for the fantastic job that they've been doing. One of the things they've taught Nigerians how to do is how to do politics virtually. We are the only political party in Nigeria without what you can call a physical office. But we have the most effective method of canvassing and mobilizing and reaching out to everybody. Our outreach system is unrivaled. We are the first digital party on the continent of Africa. Everything we do has a digital signature to it. And there is a pastor that I wish was here tonight. There's a pastor of a church in Maryland. When we had our town hall meeting here, he invited me to his church the next day. And it was there that I declared, prophetically and spiritually, that this is a hurricane. And lo and behold, there is nowhere that we have touched, either with our words or action, that has not felt the impact of a hurricane. We have demolished old ideas. In fact, even younger candidates out there who were seen to be well packaged, by the time they met a hurricane on TV, they all melted. Because there's nothing like the new currency with which we are operating politics in Nigeria. That's the currency of ideas. And when those ideas meet all these old, obsolete, and antiquated people, they fall apart. And that is the idea that will lift Nigeria not to the next level, because the next level is a fraud. It is a fraud. In fact, the logo of the next level was stolen from another place. We are not promising Nigerians the next level, we are promising Nigerians the highest level. Finally, let me just thank all our supporters worldwide. So there might be a lot of us in-house tonight, but there are more people who are staying awake across the world, watching us through our Facebook Live. That's our own CNN right there. Yes. They are awake, they are sharing our messages, they are sharing our broadcasts, and they are helping to spread the ideas. One last thing I said to you was I had an interesting conversation with the DPO of the police station where our members were detained. So they gave him the phone and he explained who I introduced myself to him. He said, Oga, now you? I said, no. He said, if I said to say I know I could not arrest your people. He said, what? Right now, the commissioner of police don't put leg. I said, well, the commissioner of police put leg. He said, yes. I said, well, the last person we put leg for our matter, he asked where he did. So, okay, tell me where he did. I said, when you see your commissioner tomorrow, ask him. I said, because I don't want to make my leg go enter that kind of place where that person don't enter before. That shows to you that everybody is conscious of our existence because of the ground that we covered in such a short time. I would have loved to speak for longer, but as soon as I drop the microphone, I have to go back to New York. And as soon as I get to New York, we have to get back to Lagos. And you know what that means. As soon as we get back to Lagos, we are doing our South-South caravan visit to the southern part of Nigeria. We have already done the northwest, we've done the southeast. Those of you who are following us, we also saw us in Enugu, we saw us in Aba. So we are heading to every zone and region in Nigeria will be touched before February 16, 2019, which is election day. So I just want you all to look forward to that fantastic day. And one last thing I'll say is that we are the first political movement to choose our swearing-in dates. Yes. You know, it used to be May 29th. That is the day the president is sworn in. Now it's going to be June 12, 2019. And we were able to choose that particular day as our democracy day. So thank you very much, everyone, and I'm hoping that I'll take some questions while still here. Is that the case?
Yes, yes.
So I've been told that there will be 3 questions. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. So if you can't ask a question tonight, feel free to ask when we get on our broadcast platform on Facebook. We take questions and answer questions all the time. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I am sure our lady over there signified her intent to ask a question. And you have a question too. Should we make it ladies first? Thank you.
Today to Omoyele Sowore, taking back action. Actually, I didn't say I wanted to ask a question. I was just going to say what I know about Omoyele Sowore. So I'm a storyteller, so I'm going to be taking you back to memories. I met Omoyele Sowore far back in 2015 after the last presidential election. And the first day I met Omoyele Sowore, I was amazed. Because if you've been following Sowore proud to before he became a presidential candidate, then you will know what he has been doing. And after everything, we had a long chat and a long discussion. And I was about leaving the place and he was going to escort me. And I was like, can you do me a favor, please? He said, what? I said, please don't escort me because I don't want you to walk with me because I feel like what you do all the time is just basically putting your life in danger, and I don't want anybody to pull a trigger and you where I'm standing, like, or maybe I might get shot in the process as well. So this is just to tell you how much commitment, dedication, compassionate, and Omoyele Sowore is the most passionate Nigerian I've ever met. Because if you are a friend with Omoyele Sowore, I'm a very good friend to Omoyele Sowore, and ever since I met him in 2015, he has constantly prepared everybody around me. And it's kind of heavy, but he has constantly prepared everybody around me for the worst. Like anything can happen to me at any time. That's the kind of life I signed up for because of the nature of my job. And that's the kind of person he is. And when he was going to run for the president, I think I was part of the first people that I knew was going to run for the president. And I tried to say, don't run. You don't have the structure. You've offended all the political status quo in Nigeria. You are not a friend to APC. You are not a friend to PDP. They will do everything to bring you down. Don't do it. And he just looked at me like, you don't know what you're saying. And he started this campaign march, so to say, and under 9 months, Omoyele Sowore has positioned himself as the third, because presently Nigeria has over 50 people running for the position of the president in Nigeria, and he has positioned himself, knowingly or unknowingly, as the number 3 or the third alternative, because we've been programmed to believe we can only choose between 2 political parties because they have a structure. And Omoyele Sowore came all the way and he positioned himself to be the alternative. Despite not having a political party, not having a structure, he has done that with dedication, because sometimes I try to keep up with the fuck and I'm like, oh my God, you're here today. I can't even keep up. Just be safe out there. That's just all I do. And I just want to tell him how much I am. I'm very, very proud of him. That's just what I want to say. And I want to thank all the volunteers all over the world, because people are putting in so much work. I never expected it. I was joking. But he has done well for himself. And this is just to put it to some people out there. Do you think Omoyele Sowore is going to win. Sometimes when you run, it's not even all about winning. I love to use the Nigerian entertainment industry for an example. Some people, look at how big our entertainment industry is right now. Some people paved the way for the new generation that we all see that is stars today. Some people did that job far back as 10, 8 years ago. Whatever happened, you laid the foundation, you're doing an amazing job, and I just want to tell you I'm super proud of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We are going to be making the questions. We are only going to take 3 questions. So, Mr. Lawa, make your question very quickly.
Mr. President, change is one of the most talked about around the world. But change is one of the most difficult things that has ever been introduced and sustained. So my question to you, as you take it back an AAC, though we don't want to call it change because of change we had in the past. So how do you want to sustain this take it back and AAC? That's my question.
Yes. Please take note of the question. This Aguera said, they don't want barbed wire. Sorry, I'm coming to you, sir, after.
Good evening, everybody. I have a few questions to ask. Just yesterday and today, from the previous discussions that we just had, I called Nigeria and I was like, when is our election coming up? I knew the day because I spoke with Honorable Yinka in New Jersey. So we talked about it. And I said, so I called them in Nigeria and said, when is our election coming up? Just, to ask. And on this day of election, who are you voting for? They were like, I think our election will be in February. I said, be precise. What date? They cannot tell me. In America here, before election day, you and I will know when our election is taking place. But in Nigeria, it's very difficult for our own people, brothers and sisters, to tell you when exactly our election will hold. Now, in America here, before election, the candidates will have debates. In Nigeria, why are we not having debates? Now, you mentioned, when you were talking, you mentioned about Atiku. We talked about Buhari, which you and I knew before. If we have these weeds, I'm referring to them as weeds. If you have these weeds among the good fruits, why haven't we taken them out or phased them out so they don't even appear for election? Because if we are able to hold debates and people are able to ask them questions, they will know what they have in store to give us, what they have to provide for the citizens. So if you have someone who don't have anything, why are you voting for them? If you have someone who don't have anything to offer, why are you giving them tickets to become candidates? Why are you approving a political party? That is one of the questions that I have. Why aren't we having debates in Nigeria? At least 1, 2, or 3 debates, so that we can know who are these candidates we are voting for. That is my number 1 question. Number 2, I was in Nigeria in September. As far back as September, we are having our election in February. The voters' card is no longer available. As far back as September. you don't have voter's card, if you go to where you can get that card to say, okay, I want to vote, you cannot register. This is December 2nd. Our election is February. Why has the voters card been phased out before end of September? In Nigeria, yes, I mean, permit me, please. In Nigeria, if one of us here is present in Nigeria before the day of election, how do we go about supporting our own party? What do we think we can do? Or what can we do if we are on ground before the day of election? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. President, you got each question. The first question was, how are you going to sustain the Take Back question and the gentleman's the Take Back movement? And the gentleman's question is in twofold. Why don't we weed out people that have nothing to offer the polity? And then the other question was about voters' card. Why can't people register even when the election is this? I mean, the period is closed. Yes.
Yes. With regards to your question about sustaining the movement, I have no doubt that the movement has come to stay. That's right. Because the movement is an ideology-based. It is not just a movement. It has now become a political party. And within such a short time, the popularity of the movement within such a short time shows to you the seriousness of the movement. Thank you. And we are already spread across the country. And people know us. They know us from Lagos to Kwara Namoda in Zamfara State. They know us on the streets of Kano, Sokoto. They know us in Daura, Washington. They know us in Katsina. They know us in Port Harcourt. So the movement has very strong name recognition. It's ideologically based. It is also very rooted amongst the masses because it's the only movement that is speaking to the aspirations of our people at this time. To have 24 hours electricity, to have a minimum wage that is equivalent to a living wage, to provide security for everybody regardless of where they are, who they may be, to provide food, universal healthcare system for the people of the country. That is what has happened. And what I can tell you almost is that the movement has come to stay, like I said. Regarding my brother who is talking about debates, we would have loved to have as many as 10 debates so that we can win the election even before the election day. But unfortunately, we are not responsible for organizing debates. In fact, to find a spot on the local media in Nigeria, you have to be a big man. So sometimes we practically have to force ourselves to be in TV stations based on the ideas that we are propagating in our campaigns. And when they hear these ideas and they know that they have caused a lot of debate going on within the society, then they invite us to come to the TV stations. But you find out that of all the three major candidates right now, ourselves and the two others, I combine them as one, I call them Butiku. That's Buhari and Atiku. Yes. You cannot find a single word of campaigning that Buhari has ever spoken since the election cycle started. You also cannot find anything Atiku said that is worth quoting, apart from saying that he wants to sell the NNPC. That's the only thing he has said since the campaign started. So, but we are not responsible for organizing debate. In terms of taking them out of the system, that is what we are here to do. We are here to take them out completely, and make sure that Nigeria is able to have a fresh lease of life that is devoid of all these people that have destroyed the country. With regards to voters registration, I think that's what we are referring to, that stopped in September. We actually went and did a protest in Nigeria, a party, and a movement organized a protest that led to the elongation of registration for 2 weeks. And within that 2 weeks that we fought for the elongation of registration of voters, over 400,000 voters registered. They don't want people to vote because they know that if real people register to vote, they can never win election again in Nigeria. Yesterday, it emerged that the last election in 2015 had over 13 million voters who didn't have PVCs. That was the revelation that came out yesterday. These are the things they are banking on. And last thing, what I'll tell you is that the reason why the people at home don't tell you election dates is that even if they give you a date, they change it whenever they like as it's convenient for their winning or losing the election. So you cannot predict the real election. There is no cast in gold. Unlike in the US where you have a Tuesday and it's in November. In Nigeria, the president has not signed the electoral law that is going to govern the next election, even yet. So legally, we don't even know if the election will hold yet. And I'm saying this to you honestly and categorically. So I hope you get it now. But join us. You ask us, what can you do to help? You don't have to be at home to vote in case you are not registered. But you can help us convince people who are registered at home to vote. In fact, we found out that a lot of people in diaspora were responsible for the registration of voters because there was a decision made in some of our town hall meetings that if you have relatives that are not registered at home, don't send them Western Union. And people started doing it. And they said, look, if you want me to send you money, send me your voters card. That was how a lot of people went. They saw me in Lagos and said, you are the one who forced me to go and do register. Somebody called me from Maryland. They said, you said, if I don't register, no Western Union. I said, you have your PVC? And they said, yes. Now you can get your Western Union. Maybe it's time to do for the election too. So I think we can take more questions.
I will crave your indulgence to increase the number from 3 to 5. The reason being that I'm doing fundraiser after this. I don't want people to get angry with me.
Everyone that asks a question will donate special for it.
I tell you, they will sow a seed.
AAC. AAC. Take it back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad that I have the opportunity to meet personally with our next president, Mr. Sowore. I was in Nigeria lately between September and October. Precisely, I was in London, that's my hometown. And I talked to many people about you. It's not a matter of bragging, but at least I was able to convince nothing less than 100 people. At one point, somebody asked me, are you getting paid for doing this? I said, no, but I'm just interested in this guy. He is the only one I think can change Nigeria. Especially you, the person I was talking to is a student. And there are two things that really concern me. One, most of them don't know about you until when I begin to tell them about Sahara TV and all those things I show them on my phone. I subscribe to your program, so each time you send something, you upload something, I do get it, and I show them. The next thing, the only thing I can hear from most of them is that I do have my PVC that I'm not going to vote. And I'm like, wow. Most of them, they are afraid of what might likely happen. Because what happened during Osun state election, they were referring to that. So my question now is that, do you or have you any idea if there's anything to prevent such occurrence during election?
Thank you very much, sir. I saw a hand around there.
APC and PDP will read. What strategy do we have in place to ensure that every vote counts? Because what happened in Osun, what happened in other states, we all know it. And we don't want people to just go and vote and their vote will not count. So what do we have in place to ensure that every vote counts in the next election? Then secondly, what strategy do we have to ensure that the next generation are involved in what you are doing? Because it's a shame that the young people themselves are the one campaigning for Buhari and Atiku. So how can we get these young people involved in what you are doing? Because that is all we need to do. If Nigeria has about the 60% youth, and then we need to win the election with 60% youth. That's all we need to do. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can I take one more before you answer? Okay.
Good evening, everyone. My question is direct. Good evening, President. I just want to ask something. Do you have a security network in place? I'm just concerned about it also. Do you have any security strategy in place? You know, in America, people that are campaigning here over here, they have security network, like they will detain them, like SSF, all security services. Do you have that in Nigeria? Or you are just believing only in prayer? So I need to know.
So you can answer those questions, sir. Then we'll take a few more.
Okay. I'll answer the last question first. Even pastors don't believe in prayers when it comes to security. You need to see the security details of our general overseers. They don't joke with their security. But let me say this to you. First, there's nobody in my shoes who will be revealing security infrastructure that they have in a place like Nigeria in public. That's one thing I can tell you. Second is that, look, the work that we're about to do is a revolutionary job. The least thing that should be on the mind of a person who wants to save the country is how secure it is. Otherwise, you'll be paralyzed in your house. You won't be able to step out. Don't worry about that. That's what I can tell you. There is enough in place to secure me and to secure the future of Nigeria. But the most important security we need is your commitment. The question about how many people don't know Sowore, it's true and it's not entirely true. A lot of people actually know us. A lot of people know me. But a lot of people have not socialized themselves to know anybody else but the thieves in the country. That is the names that they have been memorizing since they were born. Buhari, Atiku, Obasanjo, Babangida. Those are the names of the thieves. They are the ones in the social studies that they teach you in school, because they no longer teach history. If they were teaching history, we would not be mentioning their names in public anymore. So, what do you do is the right thing you did. Anybody who said, I've never heard about Sowore before, tell them about Sowore, and that's all you owe that person. And when you tell them, they should know. But when you tell them a little bit more, like you said, don't you know Sahara reporters? Almost everybody will come back to you and say they know Sahara reporters. And if you ask people who are older, if they know MK Abiola, most people know MK Abiola. And who are the people who fought for June 12? They know us. You see, there are, in fact, more evidence of my engagement with Nigeria historically than an Atiku, for example, or a Saraki, for example, or, I would even say, I I almost have almost as many as the likes of Buhari, and I'm not bragging, is the truth, because Nigeria is 58 years since attainment of independence, right? I have been engaged with Nigeria for 30 years. If you take 30 out of 58, there's only 28 years left. How can we claim that such a person is unknown quantity? I'm not discountenancing what you've said, but I'm just saying you've done a fantastic job, and everybody who is confronted with the same question should do what exactly you did. You have 100 people for us, but don't also forget that we also have, in no time, candidates who are running in the next election. We have governorship candidates. We have, House of Representative candidates. We have senatorial candidates running in the next election. We have State House of Assembly candidates, and all of them are from our party. We must keep congratulating ourselves that we are competing against parties that have existed since 1999, and another party that is in power that started 5 years ago, and we are only 8 months, and we are as popular, if not more popular than these parties. So that is something to congratulate ourselves for. Regarding rigging, I have been around for long enough to understand that rigging is part of Nigeria's political genetic makeup. Yes, they will rig whatever is riggable. But they are also smart enough to understand that you can only rig where you can win outright. And in this election, they cannot rig against the determination of the Nigerian people. That you cannot. You can't rig the will of people. You can rig the paper. And it's the reason why Buhari is not interested in signing the new electoral law, even though lawmakers also included their own shenanigans in the law. But it gives room for election results to be transmitted electronically as soon as agents have seen and signed them. But they don't like that, because in the process of moving papers around from the polling units to the ward and the local government, a lot of manipulation and alterations always happen. We are going to use technology on our part. And I'm not saying it to shut you up. I did it before. Almost single-handedly, the 2015 election was saved by Sahara reporters. Otherwise, Buhari would not change our people. We collected independently election results from 10 states, announced it before INEC could announce their own. And that was how Rubebe, the minister of Niger Delta, lost his mind the next day and sat on the floor, rolling on the floor, and said, "Where did you get this result?"
He will not take it.
He will not take it, and we will do it again. But again, permit us not to reveal all of our strategies to counter rigging. Yes, it is true they did it in Ekiti State. We've got to a point where they don't rig anymore. They don't rig the way you do it. They don't carry ballot papers and ballot boxes anymore. They do what they call see and buy, where they carry money to polling units and pay people. And you'll be seeing argument between PDP. PDP will say we have 3,000. They'll go and collect from APC 5,000. That's what they do now. It is that particular posture that is the most dangerous that we must all continue to campaign against. Don't worry about everybody carrying ballot paper. Technology has made it almost stupid to be carrying ballot papers and ballot boxes because of the way election results are transmitted by even people who are not entitled to do it. There's almost evidence everywhere these days of rigging that are captured on electronic devices. So they don't do it as much as we think. But we can counter them with determination. Like I said, nobody can rig our determination to retire all the old cargoes this time around. Leave the strategies to us, just support us, and you'll be surprised. Thank you. So, about the next generation, which is the question our brother asked, We have been doing a lot of work to convince young people not to support the people that destroyed their past. We have been doing a lot of work, and it's working. That is why you see sometimes, out of anger and frustration, they call us social media party. Because we have been able to counter them on social media. Where they are investing billions of naira, they have trolls all over the place. I mean, you notice them on your Facebook page. They come and call themselves articulated. And then we respond by saying it's not articulated, it's articulated. You know, and before you know it, they are getting the message. They are getting the message. So the next generation is not on the ground as much as they are on social media. And we are doing a fantastic job. What I will ask you is, please, if you have a chance to make an impact on social media, not ignore it. If you see a status update, don't just like it. Make your position known. Because you are making a historical, you are taking a historical stand on an issue that is important to you. But most times, most of us don't care. You just think it's a Facebook thing, or somebody says something stupid and you let it go. A stupid idea will become a dominant idea if it is not challenged. But the moment you challenge it, it gets reduced to what it is, a stupid idea. So do yourself or do us that favor, and that's how you capture the mind of young people a lot. I have no doubt that you can even win the election by more than 60%. That is the vote of all the young people in Nigeria, all the young people, men and women. And good news is that people always say that our people in diaspora don't vote. They have no idea how many people in diaspora actually went home to register to vote and who are planning to go back to vote. Do you know what I discovered this time around? You can't find a ticket that's less than $5,000 this Christmas because everybody is heading to Nigeria because of the election. And you might sound to you like a joke. It is not a joke. A lot of people have contacted us that they want to work with us between the end of December until the election. And they are all in the diaspora. Most diaspora people have their voters cards.
That's right.
Yes. People are not taking this thing for granted anymore. So don't take it for granted that because someone is in Maryland today, he won't be in Nigeria on February 16th. A lot of people have their vacation already set up around that period. And those are the people that will come and shock and call the APC and the PDP as well. Because they are Nigerians and they are entitled to vote because they are registered to vote. So, do you have two more questions to say?
Yes, we have two more. A male and a female. Prince, you said you have a question.
Mr. Sowore, how are you? I'm God will bless you. The only thing I will tell you is it's only God that can protect you. I have my question, but before I go to my question, you did something on Lagos Bank Express with those bad soldiers. When you confront them, that why are they beating these people? Because they said they are blowing their salary and they don't stop. And I really love that. God will bless you. It's not too bad for them from the group that you're being official. Oh, no possible. Oh, this is a dirty point. And your man. One man do it, Baba. One day, couch. A couch. A couch. You are dealing with lion. But God will put them in a shame. He asked me a question to you. I'm from royal family. Someone told me this morning, he said he cannot prostrate to any king. And I said, that's not true. And I said, I'm going there today. And I'm going to ask him. If you remember me when you shake me over here, and I said, I have a question for you. And I want you, please, answer that question. We cannot put our caution on the side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. President. Whenever I'm talking to people about, voting for you, I tell them, tell your friends, tell your family members to vote. They ask me many questions I'm able to answer, but one of the questions they always ask me, they start by saying that youths are divided against itself, meaning, we have the likes of Ogago and Donald Duke, so some youths are planning to vote for them. Some youths are planning to vote for them. How do you plan on unifying, this other political party? Or do you plan on, working with them? And how do you plan on getting the votes of the people that the other candidates are taking? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can we take one more from the field?
It's not a question, but a suggestion. I have a mission, and my mission is to make Omoyele Sowore. So in my quest of doing this, I'm following the campaign team in Akure, Federal government. And I'm meant to know that they are lacking some campaign materials. Not everybody in Nigeria has money to buy data so that they can go online to see what is happening. Our mothers in the market, they have no money to even buy a good phone or use the media. So we are looking for a means to get the campaign materials readily available for them, because if they go around, they see it, then everything will be registered in their brain. And in this quest, I've been able to sponsor 2,000 posters and 1,500 bills. And I'm sponsoring 6 billboards. Wow.
Take it back. Take it back.
So my suggestion is, I still need people, especially people from Ondo State, to support this train to take Ondo State back for Sowore. And we are also pleading if there is any campaign material available, because there is little I could do in my own capacity. So, and we have a lot of guys that are ready and willing to work. They are going out every day. So we really need materials for them to get the information across to everybody, both the land and the illiterate. Thank you. And the
Hello, Mr. President. Hopefully you can. I saw you for the first time on Instagram, and I saw a few places in the story, which I actually liked. I like the idea of going to pass to the young ones. But my question is, I'm 51 now. Over the past 3 decades, I've seen people talk about Nigeria, most of us ran away. How do you intend to make it stay back in the country? What are your plans? Like, in the next 4 years, how do you plan to implement that? Then when it comes to the judicial system, how do you intend to break down the part that is equal for everyone, when you don't have to know the big one, or the small man, or the common man in the society? Can I go to the court as a normal man and my landlord, for example, is harassing and still get justice? When somebody that has money will also go there and get over it. That's one question. Then another thing is, and the major point I'm trying to say is, I want to see how you're going to implement justice in Nigeria where people can have trust in the system. And for the graduates, what are your plans for the new graduates? We can't just keep saying we'll give you jobs and put so many promises. All political parties have done that. What are basically your plans in the next 4 years to implement creating jobs? Because social media today, there's so many society in Nigeria. I used to think it was overseas. It's very paramount in Nigeria. Young ones that are dying every day, they're getting frustrated because there's a lot of work to go to school and graduate and have a job. That would be all my question. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, thank you for your prayers. And the person who told you about my cultural position did not tell you what happened. very, very cultural. But I'm also one of the people who believe that culture is dynamic. And if there's anything that the Yoruba culture is noted for, is respect for everybody. In fact, the place where the incident happened is called Ile-Ife. And in Yoruba, there is a saying that Omode Gbon, Agba Gbon, Lakuda Ile-Ife. So the traditional throne in Ife does not belong to anybody, it belongs to every person. And in that instance, I'll just tell you, I went to see the Omoyele of Ife. And he held me in his palace for 3 hours without paying any attention to me. No apologies. He walked in, sat on the throne, and I told him respectfully that you cannot treat the other people like this. Why would you treat me like this? I see Obas in Nigeria, they go and wait at the airports for rich people with their crowns in the rain, sun. When it comes to poor people, they don't give them any respect. Respect begets respect. I won't say any more than that. As long as we respect ourselves, our culture is important. The division amongst you, there's actually no division amongst you. I think what happened in this election is that a lot of young people, and it's a good thing, came out to start speaking to a generational transfer of power. And there are a lot of them, and they have ideas. A lot of them have different competencies, right? There's Simogalo, there's Fela Durotoye, there are females built in the business of telling how bad it is for the old people to keep running the country. In fact, what we say in Nigeria is that we are about to be governed again by our ancestors. That's how bad it is. If you were born in 1971, like I was born, you knew about how to obey in 1979. We studied at Ogbe in social studies, 1979. In 2018, he's still the Minister of Agriculture of Nigeria. Buhari, President 1983. 2019, is he going to be president again? If you were born in 1983, how old are you now? Huh? 35. So when is it that you are going to become president? If the guy who was president in your own time, they have killed our aspirations. But at the same time, the fact that young people are aspiring to be president don't mean that all the young people are good enough to be president of the country. What we have done is we set the standards by ourselves. Awareness. And all the young people went out and did awareness. We even debated ourselves. But with due respect, there is a young man who has been around for a long time as well. I was around in 1992. When I was 22 years old, I was standing behind Abiola when they annulled his election and all the politicians ran away. I was around with due respect in 1998 when Abiola died and he conducted his burial. The report is there. So, all these other young people, they have experience too, no doubt about it. We can't rubbish them. But at this time, we are looking for a young person who can take other young people to the promised land.
That's right.
Yes. That's what we are saying. Right. And who can also take the old people to the promised land. Who can take men to the promised land, who can take women to the promised land, who can take children to the promised land. And it's a combination of a lot of factors. So sometimes we are very clear that there might be a lot of young aspirants or candidates, but we are different. That's the truth. We are different on the basis of integrity, on the basis of pedigree, history, different. Even sometimes we are different on the basis of our convictions. Because we see some of the young people who are running, who are even afraid to mention names, to talk about issues. Some of them sound poetic and diplomatic instead of talking about the real issues and confronting the matters at hand. Some of them have served in government before. They couldn't do anything to confront the system. So I'm not here condemning any young person, but tell all the other young people that there's a young man with a difference. And that's what we're all doing. We present the other differences so that they have something to vote for. And I think it's becoming very clear. Campaign materials, thank you, my sister. You see, our campaign materials are so important and so intrinsic that before we put them out, people consume them as if their life depends on them. And you can understand why. Those materials carry a lot of weight. Some people's hope and aspirations depend on those materials. Their future is written all over it. There is a video we were watching before we came online, and I wish we had the projector here working, of a young man who was carrying a poster on the street of Lagos, traffic, and the point he fell to his knees and started begging, please, vote for this man. He's the one who can save us. This is what the materials represent to our people. But we are here pleading with you to support us so that we can make these materials available. We cannot compete with people who have stolen public funds. But they have huge quantities of their materials and nobody is touching them. That's why they are arresting our people for pasting a few posters. The people who are pasting posters in Lagos every day. In fact, the APC has a gang in Lagos whose job is to remove posters of anybody that is not APC. The police has never arrested them before. They are arresting our people who only have 70 posters and keeping them in detention. So that's the way it is. Please, apart from directly supporting us, you can do what our sister there is doing. Support your state, your ward, your local government directly with materials, posters, handbills, t-shirts, hats, whatever you can. The advantage we have is that nobody is asking us for rights. If you go to Facebook today, APC has a place they call Akara joints, where they are frying big cakes to give to people. And we are telling anybody that is eating that big cake, you are eating, they are frying your future, and they are serving it to you. It's your destiny that they are frying. You take it, you are eating your future. And in reality, sometimes those bean cake service, they are ritualistic activities. They don't have nothing to do that. But they actually do it for rituals. So anytime you eat the akara, you are eating your akara, you are eating your destiny. So somebody said, so the discussion about promises and what we can do. Let me go directly to it and we can wrap up and go into fundraising. We are not just saying we provide 5 million jobs. We broke it down. That in providing 24,000 megawatts of electricity, solar energy alone will provide 4,500 megawatts, and that alone can provide over 1.5 million jobs, just to put the pieces together. I just flew here from Arizona. If you are flying into Arizona, you see solar farms popping up everywhere. That is the kind of thing we are talking about, providing jobs for young people in Nigeria. We are providing 200,000 jobs for teachers who will be trained for 6 months and found across the country per year. Those are real jobs. 160,000 jobs for health workers. The same way we are doing nursing here. Those are real jobs. We are providing 1,000 agricultural entrepreneurs per local government, 774 local governments. Those are real jobs. But most importantly, we are paying minimum wage that's equivalent to living wage of 100,000 naira. Those are real payments. So these are people's promises. And we have defined exactly where the money will come from and who will get paid. We have engaged and challenged the Facebook economics in Nigeria who said that if you pay workers minimum wage, it will cause inflation. We asked them, why is it that the senators who are taking home 14 million naira per month, why is it that their own wages are not causing inflation? If you are a professor in Nigeria, your monthly salary is 450,000 naira per month. If you work to get to the salary and allowance of a senator, you need to work for 2 years, just a 1 month, to get to 14 million naira. If, listen to this, for you to take home the salary of a senator per month in Nigeria, if you are earning their minimum wage now, you need to work for 37 years just to earn 14 million naira, which is what our senators are taking home per month. But there are the people who will tell you that minimum wage of 100,000 is too much. Wicked people. Yes. And these are the things we are there to solve. Ladies and gentlemen, it is painful to us, and I'm saying this as a moment of truth, that we have to labor so hard to explain to you that we can make this work. It's as if there's a part of some Nigerians that's in love with suffering. And that's what Fela calls suffering and smiling. Otherwise, why do we need to convince people about all these fantastic programs? And when you know that the people who are proposing it are people who have a history in doing what they believe in, who have conviction, people who have pedigree, people who have integrity. That's who we are. And most importantly, people who are brilliant. I mean, you can ignore me, but you cannot ignore a Malcolm Fabili who obtained a PhD before he attained the age of 10. Brilliant guy. I mean, are you going to compare him with Buhari who doesn't have a YF certificate? You know, or Alatiku? We don't want to go there. Please, let's just work together, unite, and just take Nigeria once and for all and lift it to that height that they have never attained before. And like Malcolm said, every one of us here tonight have a chance to become part of history. A history that's never happened before. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much once again for coming. And I'll say, you know, let it just be that we are the ones who made it happen. Take it back.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get seated, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Before we go straight to fundraising, Mr. Akinseli asked one or two things to add to the answers to those questions about posters and stuff like that. Thank you, sir. Oh, thank you. Okay. Yes, somebody asked a question regarding maybe the coordinator of a particular area. Please, you have your phone right there, download an app, which is taking back AAC or AACParty. Just go to Google Play, download it. Once it's downloaded and installed, you can have access, you have a list of everyone on the platform of our party there. We stated chairman and every official that is probably your constituency or bios. Take it back. Right here. AAC, take it back. Everybody can do this, please. Just download the app. Take it back. Then the second one is AACParty. Make sure you download that app and you'll be able to know what is going on. That's one aspect. The second aspect, we're going to use one stone to kill two birds. I am the chairman of campaign materials committee for U.S. Directorate. I'm Pastor Inka Selim. I'm happy to everyone here, even after today, we are still going to be reaching out to you. We need materials, we need flyers, posters, campaign t-shirts, anything you can do to help to accomplish or actualize a successful electionary campaign. That's what we need. Also, we will be reaching out to you. We're supposed to be having a raffle ticket today, and just for $2. I have with me the coordinator, Ms. Tom Williams. She's the coordinator for the fundraising committee for the whole of the US.
Take it back. Take it back.
Sit down.
Please, we want everybody to be on their seat, please. There will be time for photographs, please. We want people to be attentive. Take it back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are glad that everybody is here. My name is Olato Williams, and I am the chairperson fundraiser for US. We propose, as part of our campaign strategy, and also for mobilization stage, to organize a raffle. And the raffle is just $2. And the reason why we are organizing this raffle is that we believe that there is need to educate our people, back home especially, about the dividend of democracy. Most of them don't know what democracy means to them. They need to know, they need to be sensitized. So part of the funding that we are going to raise with this raffle is to sensitize our members, our Nigerian people back home, about how they have, the power they have in democracy. With their PVC, they can get the right hospital they need. With their PVC, they can get the best road they desire. With their PVC, they can get the best economy they desire. So that's why we are going to do the raffle ticket. We are, proposing to do the raffle ticket. But the raffle ticket will be on our way. We're going to send when it's ready, to all the coordinators here in the US. And we pray that, and we wish and hope that all of us will be a participant. Nigeria needs us. This is our time. This is our moment. And I pray that we're going to take it back. Thank you so much. Take it back.
Thank you very much. Lastly, please, from time to time, let's keep lifting our President, Mr. Sowore, up in our prayers. And please, write this Bible verse down. This is something I received. Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 27. God says, I will overturn, and overturn until it has come to the right person. Suppose I will give it to him. Lift him up in prayer that God should give Nigeria to him, and it shall be done in the name of Jesus. Let's move forward. Thank you. Do I have everybody's attention? Can you please be on your seat, please? Please.
Am I blocking your face? Okay.
If we have people in the lobby or whatever that place is called, can they please come in? This is the reason we are here. We want to raise some money. If I was a pastor, everybody would listen to me. Because I'm not dangerously wealthy. Nobody is paying me any mind. We are here to raise money. And I don't need to repeat the reasons why we have to give for this cause. Yoruba says, "To bango big, to baba ogbe." And you let her run this man be say lori oshukala. Allah will get more and for non-Yoruba speakers. When you hear, when you hear let's carry and you pretend, then it's going to end up on your head. So we are trying to carry our load ourselves now. The gentleman over there with the tray will be going from table to take donations. I don't want to tax anybody. I don't want to embarrass anybody. And because some people might have left their wallets in the car or in the house, I have promissory notes. I take promises from people that know that promise is a debt, not people like Wario. And you know, Shaki, you can POS. I'm not we have that one too. Shaka. But right now, this gentleman here will go from table to table. You can please have the promissory notes with you, so that those without their wallets right here can make promises. Please make sure you have a pen and make sure you have phone numbers for follow-up. Thank you. It's going from table to table now. Some people already started this even when it wasn't time for fundraising. If you look at the tray, we have some money there. So I don't have to repeat. If I say start sowing seed now, you would think maybe I've changed my name to Funke, but Adekunle is still my name. I won't ask you. If I start our mosque level where we take collect money for mosque, we don't go come here today. When I begin sing, because if those that come American and Fuji are going to sing for Nigeria, area boy. Thank you. As you put there, this thing. Now I want Mr. DJ. Do you have that song? Nigeria, go. DJ is on Instagram. See, he's posting show whatever. Lost. Me and show lost. Thank you. As we go from table to table, let's do this. Let's make this thing work. You can see that beautiful young lady there from Ondo State. Okay, they said the checks should be written out to Take It Back movement. Make sure you write it there. Don't put my name there. If you put that, I go talk. You know, say when I far go name ceremony. So make sure you write Take It Back movement there. You see that lady in Ondo? What an example she was. And I feel ashamed because as she was about saying that thing, I was looking at our Ogun State forum that Dr. Oturuga just posted. So as she was saying, I'm going to donate 6 billboards, I'm going to donate this, I started calculating. That's $200. I'm going to donate 150 t-shirts, that's $80. I'm going to donate blah, blah, blah posters. So me, in my mind, I have noted, because what a woman can do, a man can do better. So thank you. You've shown us the way. You can do that in your various states too, in addition to what you are going to give tonight. And a gentleman there asked for the name of the coordinator for Osun State. We are going to make sure you have the name. If it is 150 posters that you can do, These things are even cheap in Nigeria. Print there, give to the coordinator of your state. You have done a part. If it is T-shirt, do. Like Mr. President was saying that time, that when you see a post, don't just like and move on. If you look at these, what did they call them? Boutique people. When you see these boutique people, they go as if they are going to boutique. They follow each other. One will write one fake post. Oh, we have launched the train that is going to take us to the mall. Another boutique will come and love. You will first like. As you are, imagine that as somebody like this life, you will see it turn to love. They will say, go. Another one will come and say, tell them make they hear. They will bombard that thread with about 200 comments of no substance. But you, as a take it backer, when you see a brother, a sister, a comrade, write posts like that, go there, like, make a comment. Let them know that the person that wrote that post is not alone. Himself get people. Where are we now? Where's the train? Thank you very much. The train is still going around. Thank you. The California chapter, they are waiting for us. They want to see what we are going to do here. Because this place, Maryland, is the mother of Take It Back Home. So we must show them, we must show them to you know. And that Oga was asking for the date of the election. On that February 16th, a double party we go do. We go do show birthday. As we cut the cake like this, we go say happy birthday, Mr. President. Because now last slide. Amen. Amen. We are still taking the donations. We are accepting promises. Checks are welcome. What is it called? Card payment accepted. Promises. And you can even do posters. You can buy us a car. Okay, if anybody here buy one car, I will pay for the shipping and the clearing. Seriously. Give us the Toyota Sienna. I will pay for the clearing and the shipping. I just need someone to give us a van. Okay, I will donate a van. Who will pay the shipping and the clearing? Because whichever way you... See, I'm serious. I'm not kidding. I want someone to give a van. I will pay for the shipping and the clearing. And if you know you want to pay for the shipping and the clearing, let me buy a van. Nobody want to take me up on that. I will keep the offer open. What's today? Till Christmas. Till Christmas. I will give a 7-seater for a van if there is someone that is going to pay the clearing and the shipping. If you are going to pay the shipping and clearing, if you are going to buy the van, I will do, either or. Serious. So somebody should. The van is in Nigeria. No, that doesn't work. You already paid. Just Google Dashops that one. Okay, I can pay half. If it's already there, I will pay half. Oh, somebody wants to give me the van. Okay. And if you are willing to come up here and announce your donation, you are most welcome. Like the major one. We are yes. Our no. Give us anything. Think of anything you can give. Just think. This is December now. This is the time people give to charity so they can write it off on their, what is it called? Just give us a used vehicle that you don't know. I will come and pick it. Yeah, that car in your garage that you don't need. Tell me, I will come and pick it. I will junk it, give the money to take it back. At least we have helped you to junk your garage. Let me repeat myself again. Please come forward and make your donation if you want to. The floor is open. Or you want me to come to you? If you just raise your hand, I will come. DJ, be careful. If you want me to come to you to announce your donation, I will gladly come. I'm waiting to see hands. DJ, be careful.
Okay. Well, okay, my name is Kola Wale Adenuga. Everybody, this is going. Under my platform, I have about 2 or 3 people who donate in the amount of $50. So I've had $450 to it on behalf of me and my family, making it rounded up to $500. Action! Yes, sir. That I will do. On top of that $500, I currently have actually 2 bands in Nigeria that 2 months ago, one of them is not registered. I will donate one of the bands. So I'm donating my band to the election and of course $500. So anybody want to challenge that, you're welcome.
So we have a van. That is 1 down. 2 more to go. Okay, I need another van. I need van. If you give us the camera, I swear I will collect. I need 1 more van. This one in front of his house can go in Daura. That's where I will put the van. 1 more van. I see your hand up. 1 more van. Okay, anything else? Poster. You can donate 1,000 posters. Colony, how much is 1,000 posters? 70,000 naira for 70,000 posters. 1,000 posters is how much? 70,000 naira. You can donate half of that. That's about $100. You can do that right now. They will print it on your name. If you want, we can put donated by under it. Yes, we can do that. Okay, if you cannot do 500, you can do 200 posters. 250. That will be $17,550. You can even do 100 posters. You can do t-shirts. And we have these African Action Congress t-shirts here for $25. All sizes. If you're shy, you can pull my agbada as I walk by you. I will get it to you. And, you know, that's why we're here. Have we been around everywhere? Maybe spend 15 more minutes on this fundraising thing. Let's put 1. Don't get me wrong. We appreciate we got some donations here, and let me appreciate the donors. Mr. Afolabi Ogundeloye. Ṣé mo pè dáadáa sà? Wọ́n ti lọ, ẹ bá wa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn. Abiodun Ogungbẹ̀san, Ms. Kifayat Badmus, Mr. Ayo Akintimehin, Abisola Ayodeji Akinwande, Ade Yusuf, Alfred Ayegbe, Mr. Olalere Omolewa, Mr. Ojowuru, Sheun Ojowuru, Eshe Adupeo. We thank you very much. Ola Olukoni, Biyi Adewale, Abdul Rashid Green, thank you very much. That's, I've been seeing big, fat numbers there. Thank you very much. And to everybody that came in, we paid to have dinner here. That in itself is huge. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And we have promissory notes too. Mr. Sheun Agoke Eshe, thank you very much. I need to go to London to change my glasses. I will be there for only 3 months. Alexander Obaito, thank you very much. This is the big amount I'm seeing here. Thank you. Mr. Oluwatosin Ayegbe, another promissory notes here. Thank you very, very much. Oh wow, that is big. Thank you. And Surajdin Temidayo, thank you very much. They put dates there, and they put their phone number there, and their email address. So that tells you they actually have it in mind to give us. We have Coach Rotimi Omokwe, thank you very much. We appreciate you. The train is moving. It's moving very, very, very fast. I see we are all tired, but we are still going to dance. I won't leave here without dancing. Mr. DJ, give us some song. Let's dance a little bit. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, wow. He deserves some accolades. The cameraman is donating 500 posters. Thank you. Whoa, wow. You deserve some accolades.
I want to know what's up.
Okay, Mr. Lucky right here is donating 5,000 posters. Mr. Lucky, 5,000 posters. Please say a big thank you to him. 5,000. Ms. Tom Williams, thank you very much. We received the donation. Thank you. Thank you. So we have 5,500 posters in one night. Thank you.
domin talakawa ga Sowore ya danno domin cin gaban kasanmu ku zo mu je ya gaggawa waka malo come make we dey go we need to change the level shebi we need to grow we need to Sowore make poverty comot Sowore 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 oya come and take it back Sowore oya take it back for Nigeria Sowore 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 oya come and take it back Sowore oya take it back for Nigeria Sowore 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 oya come and take it back Sowore oya take it back for Nigeria Sowore 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 oya come and take it back Sowore oya take it back for Nigeria Sowore
iPhone 1, iPhone 2, iPhone 3, iPhone 4, iPhone 5, iPhone 6, iPhone 7, my love, iPhone 8. Call me Mr.
Everybody shake body. This is your DJ show body music. Let me shake body tonight. Let me warm up all that food where we don't chop, man. Yeah? Akanka. Hey! Akanka. Of Nigeria. It's going down DMV style. This is Maryland, Virginia. There's only you can party. Jump around like
and the mama they know me. The children just stay happy. Papa na shaka my head to be Sowore is the choice. He's the man, he's the one. Make nobody come to make you noise. Make the ability to change our society, to bring the security, for proper accountability. We need to check the level. Maybe we need to grow. We need to Sowore. Make poverty come out. Godiya ga Allah, Allah ga tambawa, ga Sowore ya danno domin talakawa, ga Sowore ya danno domin cin gabar kasanmu. Ku zo mu je ya kai gawa, waka malo, come make we dey go.